Okay, let's just dive right into this explainer and completely transform the way we manage our digital language classrooms. I mean, if you teach Korean, or honestly any language at all, you already know that managing the digital side of things can sometimes feel like a second full-time job. Today, we're unpacking a brilliantly structured masterclass that was designed specifically for Korean language instructors. It shows us exactly how to leverage educational tech, specifically Padlet, to take all that scattered digital chaos and turn it into a beautifully curated learning experience. Seriously, let me ask you, have you ever struggled to collect voice recordings from your really shy students? Or maybe you've assigned some group work, only to find the results completely lost in this endless, chaotic sea of Kakao Talk messages. It's just incredibly frustrating, right? You want to focus on actually teaching, not on playing the role of a digital private investigator trying to track down homework files across a dozen different chat rooms and email threads. So here is our quick roadmap for today. We're looking at 4 key areas. First, the Digital Classroom Challenge. Second, setting up learner portfolios with the shelf layout. Third, building a culture library using Grid. And fourth, safe and permanent data preservation. All right, kicking things off with part 1, the Digital Classroom Challenge. The absolute most crucial point here is understanding what actually makes a platform work for language learners. Because let's face it, the #1 barrier for foreign students learning Korean is usually the tech itself. Just think about it. Asking them to navigate complex Korean websites, remember specific login IDs, or constantly reset forgotten passwords, that literally steals time away from actual learning. But by using instant QR codes where absolutely no login is required, that barrier just vanishes entirely. Plus, language learning isn't just about reading text, is it? It's about hearing native pronunciation, watching cultural videos, writing essays. This approach seamlessly integrates all of that multimedia while automatically archiving every single step of your student's progress. Moving right along to scenario 1, learner portfolios with the shelf. Okay, meet the shelf. Think of this as a growing, totally transparent filing cabinet for your classroom. It uses these really distinct vertical columns. So in a real class setup, you just name these columns right after your students. You know, a column for Kim and Sue, one for Park Ji-young, one for John. And whenever you assign a task, whether it's a quick pronunciation recording or a full written essay, the student just uploads it directly into their specific column. Boom, done. No more hunting through Kakao Talk. Everything John does is safely, perfectly stored right there in John's column. And this is where the magic really happens, because it brilliantly illustrates the massive psychological benefit to the student. Imagine a beginner looking at their specific column at the very end of a semester. Up at the top from week 1, they see this simple little voice note, "My name is Minsu." But then they scroll down to their latest entry, and it's this complex, multi-paragraph essay detailing their deep thoughts on K-dramas. They can visibly, tangibly see their own progression. It totally stops being just a Dropbox for assignments and becomes this living, breathing portfolio of their personal growth in the Korean language. Which brings us to scenario 2, the culture library with the Grid. Now, when you're teaching something as vibrant as culture, visual presentation is literally everything. The Grid format acts like this beautifully curated, visually stable museum wall. Because it aligns all of your posts in a uniform checkerboard arrangement, it completely removes any visual clutter. It practically begs your students to click around and explore. But to make this truly effective, our source material reveals a very specific, honestly genius strategy for exactly how you should arrange your files. So the secret strategy here relies entirely on user experience. You see, on this platform, clicking a PDF instantly opens up a quick preview. But clicking an HW file, which is the Handcom word processor document we use all the time in Korea, well, that triggers an immediate download. So the masterclass suggests placing your visually rich, preview-friendly PDFs, like cool articles on Humbug or K-pop, right on the top row for immediate reading. Then you put your downloadable, editable HWP activity sheets and homework files directly below them on the bottom row. It's brilliant. The students intuitively learn almost instantly. The top is for exploring and the bottom is for doing. But hey, we can't just stop at text documents, right? By strategically mixing in super engaging video links, like the absolute latest K-pop music videos or trending K-drama trailers right alongside those reading materials, you create an incredibly dynamic library. This natively motivates beginners. It's almost a trick. They show up for the K-pop, but they stick around to download the vocabulary worksheet right underneath it. And finally, part 4, safe permanent data preservation. Obviously, you don't want to lose all this hard work. Thankfully, saving everything is unbelievably simple. It is literally just 3 clicks. You hit the Share button, you select the Export option, and you choose Save as PDF. That's it. You can download your entire board, all of the student columns, all of your amazing cultural resources as a single, perfectly neat document. But wait, it actually gets better. Okay, prepare to have your mind blown just a little bit. When you export this, you are not just getting some static screenshot. Those exported PDFs actually preserve all the live web links and videos. Seriously, this means if you hand this PDF portfolio over to a student at the end of the year, they can open it on their laptop, totally offline, and they can still click on their old K-pop links, watch the embedded YouTube videos, or even listen to their own voice recordings from months ago. The entire portfolio remains 100% fully interactive. Well, we've covered a ton of ground today, haven't we? From organizing all that Kakao Talk chaos into beautifully structured shelf portfolios to building incredibly engaging cultural grids. But as you log off and go design your very own digital classroom, I want to leave you with one final, absolutely crucial question from the masterclass. Ask yourself, what exactly are you going to show? How will you show it, and to whom? If you keep those three things at the absolute core of your tech choices, I promise you, your digital classroom isn't just going to be organized. It is going to be genuinely transformative.